Thank you, Caroline, for meeting with me today. Do you want to share anything about yourself, where you live, what your diagnosis or diagnoses are?
Sure. So I'm Caroline. I've been a part of Chronic Warrior Coaching since 2019. I think that's when I first met Denise. And I live with EDS, POTS, so dysautonomia, chronic hearing loss. I wear a hearing aid in my left ear, endometriosis, adenomyosis, migraines. So a whole host of things, but we continue to live and thrive despite
Yay.
all of them.
What is one thing you wish people understood about your condition specifically?
That they do not stop me, that I will go after my
Awesome.
goals, that despite anything I'm dealing with, I will still chase my dreams and chase my goals, that no chronic illness, symptoms, or anything like that is going to stop me.
What are those goals, if you don't mind me asking?
So I have a really big passion for creating access to movement. So I help run an adaptive fitness program, and I also am the lead instructor and creator of a adaptive gymnastics program for kids.
Ooh,
So my big passion is that no matter what you're dealing with, you can still move your body and it can still be very meaningful, and there's still benefit to it. So we just have to change and adapt to what those needs are, but it is absolutely possible.
I think that's so important too, because physical health is so important to your well-being.
And it's very closely tied to mental health as well. So if you move your
Yes.
body, you're going to feel better. And in essence, your mental health is going to feel better.
What has your illness taught you about yourself? I feel like that's a deep one. You can have some time to think about it.
It's taught me how resilient I am.
Mhm.
Every time I get knocked down or I end up in the hospital, or I'm like, wow, this was not on my bingo card, so to speak. Get back up and I keep going. And sometimes I don't know how I do that, but I just do because I see no other way forward other than to keep fighting. So it's taught me how strong I can be and how resilient I can be against everything chronic illness wants to throw my way.
That's such an important life lesson and also trait or characteristic that one would have. So, for someone who is newly diagnosed with either what you have or any chronic illness, what's some advice that you would give that person?
Say find those support groups that allow other people who really get it, allow yourself to be okay with being in that space. It's just a different space than talking with your friends, which obviously your friends and your support network are super important to
Mhm.
be able to get through those hard moments and then celebrate the good moments. But having a space like Chronic Warrior coaching, having a space like this or the school community, having that space where other people just get it to a different level, I found has been really helpful. And I always point people in the direction of finding that support group. It can be on Facebook, it can be on
Mhm.
Instagram, it can be off of social media and be on something like school. Even in your community, sometimes certain communities have in-person groups.
Mhm.
But regardless in your way of finding it, find that community that gets it. And the amount of tips and tricks that you're going to find along the way, or just that deeper connection with others that are like, oh, I absolutely know what you mean. It's just a breath of fresh air when your friends can be really supportive, but they may not understand what the day-to-day looks like.
I totally agree with you. I think finding even organizations for resources is so important.
Absolutely.
And then last question, what brings you joy outside of your health journey?
I really love hiking and
Ooh.
climbing mountains. It's almost like we all battle and face all these mountains all the time. So then to get out and physically do it, it just is so empowering. So obviously there's ways to adapt hiking. For the most part, don't need any accommodations to hike, but I
Mhm.
have been involved in different organizations that do adaptive hikes as well. So tying it back to my whole shtick of fitness is movement, movement is medicine, which is what the ACSM says. And I truly believe that. And so bringing that into the adaptive space as well. So I love doing that. I love being outside in nature. You can always find me outside, either walking or hiking or sitting by the lake when I'm not battling all my illnesses and then also helping others battle theirs.
Is there anything else you want to add?
I don't think so.
Thank you for joining me and answering all those questions.